Paul Shaver is pre-med, but he has trouble getting into medical buildings like Davidson.
Duke itself is increasing in terms of accessibility, but it's still very far from being a mostly accessible campus.
Paul has faced these challenges since he got to Duke.
I was put into a Brown dormitory, which is an inaccessible dorm that made it really hard to kind of connect with people within the dorm. Coming here, you're not given an accessible map. You'd go down paths and come to a dead end. You have to turn around and find a new way. Given the new construction projects that are abundant on campus right now, it does make it quite difficult when the accessible path is completely around a building or down some dark, sketchy alleyway. I don't know. It's definitely, there's a health risk and a safety risk involved.
In the meantime, it's having an effect on Paul's social life, too.
One thing I noticed is a lot of campus parties are in these older West Campus dorms or on Central Campus. And most of the dorms on West especially, it's very difficult to get up the stairs into the Gothic building kind of architecture.
Construction is part of the problem, but according to Lee Fickling, director of Duke Disability Management Systems, it's also going to be part of the solution.
So we have lots of construction projects that are taking place on campus right now, and one of the things that you should take in mind is whenever you do a construction or a renovation to one of our existing buildings on campus, the North Carolina Building Code requires us to bring those up to accessibility code.
Paul says student support for people with disabilities is weak. There's only one student group that advocates for people with disabilities on campus, and it's all but inactive.
There are several groups that did exist on Duke's campus in the past, and I think it's dwindled down to one, DDA, Duke Disability Alliance.
Paul says both administrators and students would have a better understanding of the challenges he and other students with disabilities face if they would view this campus the way he does.
Colleges and universities must comply with the ADA, but I think that there's so much more that we can do for our students and for our employees with disabilities and our visitors to campus.
Why is the Duke community engaged with the subject so little? A lack of awareness.
The general population, they feel like they acknowledge there's an issue, but they personally don't experience that themselves, and it's kind of hard for people to relate to that. And same thing goes for the administration.